your tongue, you not a part. My advice, please don't try to be raw. Let me know they whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor, only one Scarface. I met her at a club, she twerk better when I heartbreak. Hey, hey, hood, wanna everything that I can. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, what a road for these Chargers. Just their second Super Bowl appearance ever and first representing LA.
And it's a franchise that's been around a long time. Originally, the LA Chargers had a lot of success in the AFL, but this is for the Super Bowl. And a lot of folks in Southern California have certainly waited for this day. It's a chance to do something that's never been done before in franchise history.
Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the prevailing thought was no Tom Brady, no Super Bowl. But they're back looking for their second win in 4 years.
And add that to the first one that they had previously. Remember that one out in San Diego, partner? A big second half against the Raiders to get their first Super Bowl title. Now they want to get another one. Tom Brady or not, the Buccaneers feel good about this one.
Here's Wilson to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he...
Oh, no, his first throw of his Super Bowl is intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught by Sims. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Wilson. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bucs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Set.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, ram.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Wilson will throw again. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
The Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 21-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. From the 41, here's second and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Short pass to Howard. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Play action. It's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Evans comes in motion right. Now Wilson on second down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They go right back to White here on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
from the 47. It's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Now back to the ground game with White. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Herbert. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half.
And that's caught inside the 45. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now it's Wilson. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
28, Chargers, nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. He'll buy some time right. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Herbert off of play action. Steps away. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 68 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Crowd right. Go.
Herbert now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Running on first down, Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball kick.
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Mike Williams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he fields it cleanly. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he finds Howard complete, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Here's Herbert. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Second and 10. Again, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Now second and 5. They stay on the ground with White. There he goes left side. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. White running to the left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Asante Samuel Jr. there finding his way to the ball for a stop and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Down to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
White will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, this is White, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now receiver in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jamel Dean. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Once more, here's Eckler. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and 9 from the 44. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 34 yards. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. Their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.